Oh, my friend, I make you free, so free as can be. From all those 1,000 colors, we have only yellow, red, and blue. Isn't that wonderful? Sometimes, all those extra paint, when you, the little landscapes, and you can paint wonderful with yellow, red, and blue. And yellow, red, and blue will do. Okay, so we fire in. I will make a kind of a happy little, I have it vertical now, happy little waterfalls coming down the hill. And I would like to hear that water, and I like to drink that water. And it is so nice, and I have so much fun, and that's nice. See, my friend, I make you free from all those 1,000 colors. I think the paint makers might hate me. They would say, "Now, what the hell is this guy doing?" But sometimes it can be very misleading with all those extra paints here and all that extra. For certain paintings, you need more paint. There's no doubt about that. That's true. But for little things, what I do here, I want to make you exciting, and I would like to. My whole mission being on TV is excite you and get you into that almighty painting. Painting is such a wonderful, wonderful thing because you can express yourself. You have fun. I will put a little bit of a sky in here, maybe there, a little bit of a happy sky, and there, and then I would like to build up land around, trees around, and let the waterfalls come out there. You see the waterfalls already? Oh, there it is. So I put my name on, and it's done. My God, isn't that wonderful? More wonder than full. Okay. So I have to have a dry brush, get into that almighty splatter box. I like to brush it out a bit more. It was a bit too thick. See? It doesn't matter here. You do it so fast, it doesn't matter. As long as I have a little bit of a blue sky shown there. Now I keep that big brush. I will, yellow. I put a punch right there because I need a lot of green and blue, and yellow gives me green already. Look at that. And then I just put a little touch of black into that. Now, black and white is black and white, because black and white is really not a color. A color, when we talk about colors, is this yellow, red, and blue are the primary colors anyway. And then all the other colors. But keep black and white as black and white. And I call it actually dirt. But you need sometimes dirt into the paint because it looks on. Look how you do. Isn't that wonderful? And you go free and breezy into that painting. Just think you look into far away bush. Now we have the light coming from this side again, from the left maybe. Then we have to highlight that side and keep this. So I will put this already more in the dark. This side here I put in the dark and show trees standing there loose. Keep that darker there. Yellow, red, and blue will do. Yellow, red, and blue. Blue, blue, yellow, red, and blue. Sure. Fire right into the bottom. No mercy, no mercy. See, I have to make water. And I need all that. This will reflect into this water. So then why not put all those colors in already, and then you have it all done. And really, we do really not need more than yellow, red, and blue. Now I put little bumps in with darker spots here, a bit lighter there, darker there. Just use your own imagination, your own feelings to that almighty distance. We all have seen a lot of waterfalls, especially in the autumn time when there's high water, then you have it running full blast. There. Look at that painting, it's already done. Now if I want to make a modern painting, there's no problem. I could make a dot here. See, I could make a dot. No, that didn't come out like a dot. I could make a dot here. See, a dot here. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And that's not so busy. And then you put your name on, and you ask for $350,000. And that gives you a happy buck. You made the first buck you made in your life. And you know a lot of artists that are doing that. Okay, now I showed you even how we can get money. How we make that almighty money. By putting a dot in the canvas. And that painting is not too busy. It is good. It is good. It's almighty painting. So now we will put a bit highlight in. A thinner paint sticks on a thicker paint. I go into the magic white, make that white a bit thinner and a bit of yellow and white, yellow and white. And you see what happened now? Think the sun comes from this side, it will hit in here, here, here. Oh, isn't that nice? Look at that. All of a sudden, you see the sun is shining. Somewhere the sun will shine. And that is wonderful. And then we put some tree trunks in there. Can do it like this again. So I will put the sunshine color. I would like to put the beginning of the beginning of that waterfalls. I would like to add the sunshine there. Oh no, we have a good start. See, you have to see it in your mind already most finished. Then it's no problem to imagine the rest. And I have learned, God, you have to take a lifetime. It will not take a lifetime for you, because I had to invent all these crazy ideas. But you take off where I end up. And it's a wonderful feeling to create such wonderful things in such a short time. You have to see, when you can see already a painting done, you see. Now here I see already the sun hitting in here on this side. So I want to have it more caved in. This side builds the shadow, and this side caves in. It has a, see there, it becomes alive already. And on this side I will use darker paint even to bring it out better, or better, whatever you say, better or better. It doesn't matter, or matter. See? Can you see what I want to bring out here? Have the shadow side here, and that automatically gives you an in there. See? Look at that. Now I will create a happy meadow there. A happy meadow up there. You can see the beginning of that happy meadow there. See? And I bring it out a bit more. See, certain places you have to work a little bit, but that's okay. That's okay. In between a little bit sunshine. In between sometimes it's always the sun hits in between there and there. That's fine. Now before I go deeper, I will create a run already for my water. I will think. See, on this side this is dark. Now already you can imagine there's a waterfall. You see? You can imagine there is a waterfall by just setting the colors up. What I do right now, I just set it up to what I want to do. See? Now I do the same thing with the other little fan brush in the sunny side. On the sunny side on the street. There's always a sunny side. Always that wonderful sun. You go to Arizona, you go to wherever you want to go in the winter time, to Florida, to get that wonderful sunshine. Sunshine, can't we create our sunshine wherever we live? Why not? And I will do that now. I really have made up my mind. I will create my own happy sunshine. I will make myself a nice glass box where I can lie down and get the suntan. And people ask me, where the hell you get that suntan? I will tell them I went to Mexico. So automatically you can see already what it can be. I use a bit of a bluish tone, blue and white. Blue and white, you see here? Bit of a bluish tone for my water run. And the water comes down this way. Now it's hard to see. But you have it dark first. And I show you why. Because then you can highlight that. The water has to be shiny, and it only can become shiny when you have dark, you have light. You see what happened now? Watch. See, by having it so nice and dark, now I can. It fires up there, pops up there again, and it pops up here again. See, but you had to have it dark in order to get that highlights in. And then here it explodes. And then here, and I wonder, well, there you are. You got your happy little waterfall. And everything is done with a big, 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 big smile. Big, big smile. I have a friend living in my house now, and he is a gambler. And he plays lotto every time he just can get his hands on. And he is winning every time. Every time he wins, he buys my house already. That's crazy people on earth. And he never wins, that's the problem. But he wins. I know, he said, I will win. He cannot help his winning. And I always tell him, I win because I don't play. I shouldn't advertise for that. I should be put in jail. Okay. But sometimes it's good to talk about that. Yeah, I have a friend, he plays horses all the time. He wins a little bit too sometimes. But at least he has fun. He sees the horses running for his money. That's not bad. Okay, now we will fire in. Make a lot of trees up there. A lot of little trees here. We can do it with this almighty knife. Just stand them up there, crooked. Here in the dark it will show you far better. And then you highlight that here. You highlight that with a bit of a greenish tone. Blue and yellow tones green. See, I have a happy little green here, and I will just build up a little bit here, a little bit here. maybe a little bit better. Better. See, there's a shadow side. Now, I try to be not too hard on that. I like to keep it as dark as I can. I will even put more dark in after. See, but on the sunny side, I want to keep it sunny. But still, you have some dark holes there. See? Now we come down to the bottom more, so I can have some bigger trees there. And you can use colors if you want to. You can make a little bit of orange color. I better clean my brush, because otherwise I get too much mud. And then I kill my whole painting with mud. Oh yeah, I have to tell you that too. When you start painting wet and wet, people really don't know this. You have to be very careful with how thick and thin paint. And when they don't know that, usually they all, like me too, we become mud makers. We become mud makers because we make nothing but mud. And then finally, when you learn a thicker paint, a thinner paint sticks on a thicker paint, and see, this paint I have here is so thick and strong. That painting, just to look at that painting makes you feel good. And paint as dry as you can, as dry as you just can. See? Now I need dark there, dark yellow and even black I use in here. Some holes there where there's really dark. Then the light pops up far better. See, and I like to let it go darker to the bottom, because the light usually is always on top. Or the light goes right in. That's a different story. You can let the sunbeams go in, because you are next to God. You have so much power. You are really something else when you paint. That creative power, when it grabs you, it makes you do wonderful, wonderful things. See? Look, this building does dark pockets here. All of a sudden it becomes all round and deep and in and out and forward and back. And then you make some tree trunks right in here between. There's other tree standing there. Come out there. That's funny. It's nice when you can paint in this direction. And then if you want to, you can have magic white. Into the magic white, a thinner paint sticks on a thicker paint. You can create a kind of a, watch this. See, by having these trunks already, you put a little bit of around, and then all of a sudden it appears like that's a whole tree there, you see? See, you make it all happen. Oh, that's wonderful. That is wonderful. And painting can give you a lot of living power, especially in my age now. You know, I have lived a full life. I have seen a lot of bad things in my life and a lot of good things. And especially when you're getting old, and usually that's what people like to paint, to spend their time. It can be very miserable getting old, but it can be a lot of fun. If you paint, you can really, really get nice days nice hours out of your day. And that is very important for me now. I have to have a laugh every day, a good laugh, an almighty laugh, and a good sneeze. Good sneeze is something good, you see? And then you really live it up. Now I put a little bit of red in and make myself a bit of a sun color here. See here, a bit of a sun color. Bit of a sun color here. I keep that side sunny. If I can keep that side sunny, I do very, 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 very good. Again here. So, now here, just highlight here, highlight there, highlight there. Put a bit of life, put a bit to life. There you are. But leave always darks in. And if you feel it gets a bit empty, then use this scratch. Look, that makes it very nice. See? Depends on how far you are, small, big. Here you can make it bigger. See, then you have trees standing there, right? Very big down there. On this side, the same. Isn't that nice? Look at that. The guy is scratching his canvas. He's crazy. He is nuts. Okay. Now we will harmonize. I harmonize. This dark comes here. This dark comes here. See, I create water here with little swamps and land and just maybe stones and whatever. And I try to pull the lights and the darks, a little bit of reflection, like reflection. 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 That's what the Frenchman says. See, this reflect things, that's supposed to be water here. Not water, there will be bushes and in between swamps and whatever. So, but see, you do the whole thing water and then you put the swamps in, then you have it all done. It makes it nice. Do the whole thing because it doesn't cost you much. See, I run it down. I run it down like this. See, run it down like this. Yellow, red, and blue. Yellow, red, and blue. Blue, blue, blue. There, look at that. Oh, you know, all of a sudden you have that water. It's so dark. You have that dark. That's what. All of a sudden that water is dancing. The way you have it in the palm of your hands. See, if it wouldn't be so dark, you couldn't have all that. Yeah, the water is really coming nice. And you can put let the water fly. See? You can do it this way if you want to. See, now you can use that big knife and you can make it like this if you want to. Isn't that wonderful? See? But you have to have it dark. See the way you set it up. Now you have all, is she or isn't she? You can have water, you can have land, you can put grass in now and whatever you want and mix it in nice, happy little painting. Look at that. Oh, beautiful stroke. Beautiful stroke. See? There you are. Now you just see what I do now to get it really powerful. I will boost it up here a little bit, but then I automatically let it be dancing here in that water. See, a little bit of reflection here in the water too. You just let it dance somewhere here. See? Isn't that nice? And in no time, you have it done. See? Look at that. You can quit anytime you want. Now I come to the point. This it is what I want to have. So how about we just leave it? Yeah, dear friend, I make you free. I make you free as it can be. From all those other 1,000 colors, we only have yellow, red, and blue. And what you have seen on that TV was yellow, red, and blue. And yellow, red, and blue will do. And I say goodbye, and I love you.